everyone, and welcome to my channel, English with Amina. Today we prepared a beautiful motivational story for intermediate English learners. This story is written in the past tense, so while you enjoy listening, you can also learn how past tense works in real context. I hope this story inspires you to never give up, to keep chasing your dreams, and to believe that success always comes to those who work with hope. Now relax, take a deep breath, and let's begin our story, The Cup of Hope. Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Lina who lived in a small town surrounded by mountains. She dreamed of opening her own coffee shop, a warm little place where people could forget their worries for a moment and smile over a cup of coffee. But life wasn't kind to her at first. Lina worked in a factory during the day and cleaned offices at night. Every time she passed the empty store on the corner of her street, she whispered to herself, "One day, this will be mine." Her friends laughed. "You? Open a cafe? You can barely pay your rent." But Lina didn't stop dreaming. Every month, she saved a few coins in a small jar she called the Cup of Hope. Years passed. The jar filled slowly, but her determination grew faster. She studied coffee recipes on her phone during lunch breaks, watched videos about business, and even practiced customer service by greeting strangers politely on the street. One evening, as she was cleaning an office, she saw an old man sitting alone by the window. He was a retired businessman. They started talking, and Lina told him about her dream. He smiled and said, "Dreams are like seeds. They grow only if you water them with effort." A few weeks later, he offered to help her write a small business plan. Together, they turned her idea into numbers, goals, and steps. Lina applied for a small local grant. The first time, she was rejected. The second time, rejected again. But the third time, something magical happened. She received a letter saying her plan had been accepted. She cried for hours that day, not because of the money, but because she finally saw proof that her dream was real. The following months were tough. She worked from sunrise to midnight, painting walls, choosing furniture, and creating her own coffee blend. Her hands were always tired, but her heart was full of excitement. Finally, on a rainy morning, her coffee shop opened. Only 3 customers came that day, but they loved it. They said it felt warm, like home. Word spread. Within a few months, the small cafe became the most popular place in town. Travelers stopped by to taste her Hope Latte, a special drink named after the jar that started it all. One evening, the same old man visited again. He looked around at the busy shop, smiled, and said, "I told you, dreams grow when you water them." Lina looked at him and replied softly, "Yes, but they also grow when someone believes in you." Years later, her cafe turned into a small chain of shops across the country. But Lina kept the same old jar, the Cup of Hope, on her counter, to remind everyone that even the smallest dream can become a big reality if you never stop believing. Thank you for listening to The Cup of Hope. Remember, every dream starts small, but with effort, it can grow big. If you enjoyed this story, please like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. See you in the next episode.